So it's not really a secret that there's a lot of bad games on the Steam platform, and it's also not really a secret that you get what you pay for most of the times on this planet we call Earth. So 49-cent games, the absolute lowest amount that Steam will allow you to sell your game for. Surely that's the worst of the worst, right? You know, I thought so too, but I'm scrolling through these games. You're seeing me scroll through them. There's so many games. They can't all be bad. They can't all be slop. And I think I'm just gonna try to find some good ones. Whatever, I got time. So this is Squirk SQ SQWRK, and it starts with this cutscene you're seeing, and then you're right into the game. Now, what is the game? Great question. Here are some highlights. So he's a little jumpy bird, and he can get some airtime. It's real floaty. Can he grab the gem? He can grab the gem. He can launch on a mushroom. He's got a little bit of the Sonic the Hedgehog energy. I don't know what to say about this. He's top down now. I don't have any more thoughts for Squirk. I think we should move on. My point's not being proved. Okay, now rock and roll defense. Now this might be more like it. This might be more what I'm looking for. I mean, it's got some rockin' tunes. It's got options. It's got multiple stages. That's something. Honestly, I like this game. I had a good time with this one. I played this one. I played this one a bit, actually. I played this one about like 45 minutes, which you know, that's the second longest I played any of these for, so that's gotta say something. You know, it's not gonna change your life or anything, but if you have fond memories of rock festivals, you know, like Warped Tour or Riot Fest, stuff like that, and you like tower defense games, you could do a lot worse. I think it's a fun time. You set up these speakers, and the speakers launch just, you know, banging awesome rock music at all of the pop fans. Yeah, the enemies in this game are pop fans. And, you know, it's about maintaining the sanctity of the rock show. So these you know, amazing, lovely rockers on that stage, you know, they can't get, you know, they can't get those pop fans to ruin their day. So with the power of rock, we're going to prevent that, basically. It's just, I think, how I describe the gameplay. There's lots of different speakers you can choose from. It's a good time. Yeah, man, I don't know. If you like tower defense games, it's a tower defense game. If you like rock, it's rock. Soundtrack's pretty fun. I like the theme. I'm into it. Look, if you're looking at it, you're not into it, but I'm into it. And, you guys remember School of Rock? With Jack Black? You remember the scene where the fat girl's like, I can't sing, and then Jack Black's like, I'm fat and I can sing. That was a heartwarming moment in that movie. We can probably move on. Alright, so this game, Cyber Hunt, is actually made by the same guy who made the last game, the Rock and Roll Tower Defense game. It's he actually has a bundle, so we're going to be seeing even more of him as this list continues. But yeah, Cyber Hunt's probably my least favorite of all of his games. I don't like the controls. You know, I think that there is potential here. It's a fun arcade type experience, but the controls just tank it for me. I can't stand the controls. I hate to be that guy. The controls, oh no, the controls. But I mean, I'm so sorry. You know, I think there is potential here, but all three potential control methods, and you know, to their credit, you can pick between three different control methods, but all three of them are bad. I can't get into this game, and that's the reason why. I'm sorry. I like some of your other games. Like I said, we're gonna get to them. I bought you bundle. Let's move on to something else though. So this is one of the most charming things I've ever laid my eyes on. Death Drives a Bus. It's a really, really good game. This is definitely the one that I like the most, possibly, out of everything in this video. I say possibly because there is one coming up that I'm really addicted to as well. But this game is just an incredibly rewarding puzzle game, and I love the graphics. It's definitely very ZX Spectrum inspired, and the chiptunes are great. Everything about this is kind of genius, honestly. This is what 50-cent games should be, right? Like the idea of charging a game for 50 cents, it's to get more eyes on it, right? In theory. And this is the kind of game that I think might fly under the radar if it wasn't for being as cheap as it's being sold for. But because it's so cheap, people will give it a chance, and this game deserves a chance. I genuinely, I love so much about this. The variety, like, it might seem, based on like the gameplay I'm showing you, because I only recorded like pretty early on in the game, might seem like it's kind of like how much variety could there really be. But trust me that the difficulty does increase in a very satisfying way. It never feels cheap. You feel smart when you complete the puzzles, and I mean, I have no complaints. I have no complaints about this. This is a remarkable game. It's a remarkably well-made game, and for 49 cents, I mean, you're doing yourself a disservice by not checking it out, honestly. So do that. Yeah. Let's return to the other guy. We're back with our good pals over in Nut Games for this one, with planes, bullets, and vodka. That's a shopping list for a Russian man. Cue applause. But no, in all seriousness, this is another arcade style game from this guy. He has a lot of arcade style games, and this one I also think is pretty weak in the grand scheme of things. I think it can be fun, but if I just let this video or let this gameplay keep going, you'll see how quickly I fully upgrade everything and basically just become an unstoppable force. And hot take, I don't think progression should work like that in a game. I don't think it should be that easy to get so powerful. And once you are that powerful, it's like, what else do I do? I mean, to be fair, different enemies do come in. There's some extra challenge, but honestly, this thing is too simple for its own good, and it's not the worst thing in the world, it's not the best thing in the world, but don't worry, Nut Games is gonna redeem himself. He already redeemed himself. He made the rock and roll game I liked, but he's really gonna redeem himself with this next one, because Razerron 2000 is more addictive than crack, probably. I mean, full transparency, I've never done crack, but I think the comparison's apt, because, man, Death Drives a Bus, that might be my favorite game that I cover today, but, I mean, I'm lying if I say I didn't spend the most time on this one. I've got, over an hour in this game. I have a blast with this. I think it is positively addicting, so Nut Games, he's doing a lot of these arcade style experiences. That seems to be what he does, at least in this bundle that I bought. But none of his games are as good as this one, and I really think it just comes down to, I criticize the simplicity of the airplane one, but all things considered, there is a bit of complexity in that one that I think does bog it down. Like, the fact that there are upgrades at all, I think, it kind of does bog it down. I don't really think it is that conducive to the actual gameplay experience, to the actual loop of the game. But this game has, one of the simplest loops of all time. You avoid the sides, you avoid the cars, and you make sure you're filling that gas tank. And I could not be more addicted to it. If this was a real arcade game, it would fly off the shelves. There's no shelves in an arcade, but there would be so many quarters in that thing. There'd be so many quarters in there that there'd be a lot of quarters in there. Look, I'm not great at similes, but Razerron 2000, it's got a great aesthetic, it's got a great soundtrack. I really like that there's multiple cars, but again, there are these different cars that have different abilities. They have different ways of controlling themselves and stuff like that, but that little tiny bit of complexity doesn't take away from the game's simplicity. And sometimes being simple is bad, sometimes being simple is good. In this case, it's very, very, very good. Because like I said, man, I imagine myself in the arcade with my friends. We're slamming quarters into that little coin slot, and we're competing to get the best score on this thing. Because, you make arcade-style games. You make games that are supposed to emulate the arcade experience, and you put them on Steam, and I see the vision, but I don't really see the vision. I don't really see myself in an arcade playing this game. But with Razerron 2000, I see myself in the arcade. I see myself playing this game in the arcade. This would go so hard in the arcade, and that's really what matters. So yeah, I just cannot recommend this game enough. I really can't. This channel's called Niche and Nice, and I'm trying to find nice things that are niche, and damn it, I think I found the most nice niche thing of all right here. Not of all, but certainly of the video. And I recommend it, man. I recommend Razerron 2000. It's only 50 cents. You can buy it for 50 cents. Unless you don't have 50 cents. But I hope you have 50 cents. And that's the video. Wow, crazy. So we found some good 49, 50 cent Steam games. That's cool, right? I'm pretty proud of it. If you liked what you saw, then you have a moral obligation. You have a moral duty to click subscribe, by the way. You're actually a bad person if you don't. And you can click the like button too, and be notified when I upload more, because this channel's called Niche and Nice. It's all about finding nice niche things. So we're focusing a lot on gaming. That's kind of the main thing, at least right now. But even if you don't like gaming, even if you just like being a good person, you can slam that button, because like I said, it is a moral imperative if you want to maintain your high karma, your high moral standing on this earthly plane. Anyway, I've been Niche and Nice. I'm leaving. Bye. Have a great time.